disappointed in every one of you.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend you.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
I kiss you on the mouth.
No, I'm not cool with that. Just, I'm sorry.
One more time.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
I mean, I'm dealing with degenerate animals.
I'm disappointed in every one of you. Disappointed in every one of you.
All right, come on.
Honestly, I can't do it no more.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
Let me tell you why.
It's gonna be alright, Nicky. Go ahead, shoot.
We just killed a fucking man.
What are you going to do about it?
You're happy because you got nothing. You don't got a thing. You're happy because you got nothing. Lomito! Got nothing.
I want to get out. I want to get out of this rat hole. I want to get online. I need
BDA boxing.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Welcome everybody to another BD Boxing podcast, broadcasting to you live from the true north. This is your friend Mr. BDA, and alongside with me as always my co-host, the one, the only King, Bucho. King, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic, guys. Thank you for joining us. Special episode today to review last night's news about Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko finally having an official date. Whoops, my mic is going dead. Hold on. Bucho, take over.
Jesus Christ. It's like you're drowning. Yeah, so the fight's happening, and, supposedly Lomachenko was scared of Teofimo Lopez, right? Like he didn't want to fight Lopez.
Whoa.
And he didn't want to fight Devin Haney.
You're skipping the introduction here, Bucho. You're skipping the introductions. Guys, don't forget we're on Spotify now. Check us out on Spreaker as well. Check out the BDA Patreon page, the PayPal page, and if you get a couple of shekels you can send our way during the super chat during the show, that will really help us out. Guys, thank you for joining us. Shout out to Mike P, who's in the chat room, Blues Boxing, Carlos Mendoza, Ceylon Mooney, Pichio, Jay Perez, Saint Brit Sports, Evan Deere, Blues Boxing. Many more people to come. I'm sure Virtuoso. And I see we got Mark on the line as well. Mark, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Thank you guys for being on. And we'll be opening up the phone lines in a couple of minutes so you can call in and tell us what's going on. But Butcher, you were saying, because you seem to have a gripe with certain critics of Lomachenko here.
A gripe is just that these guys, you know who I'm talking about, they're insane. They just want to shit on Lomachenko. But like they got to do it properly here. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden, just because Teofimo Lopez didn't, was complaining about his paycheck, all of a sudden, it's because Lomachenko is scared of Teofimo Lopez, and they jump to that conclusion. And then they jump to another conclusion, which is that Lomachenko also want to fight Devin Haney. Like, what the fuck? Like, he's on the zone anyways. And I don't even think Eddie Hearn wants Devin Haney to fight Lomachenko at this point. But anyways, so they were all like shitting on Lomachenko, and all of a sudden, I don't know what the hell they're going to say, because the fight's on, man. Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez, October 17th.
They said 17th or 24th, maybe. But it seems like it's going to happen. It seems like apparently even the news are, according to Steve Kim and others, is that Lomachenko actually gave up part of his purse to give it to Lopez as an incentive and say, because Lopez was the one that was complaining about the money. And now Lomachenko says, look, I want this fight so bad. I'll give you part of my purse, and we'll get it on. Mark, I know you did a stream on this last night, but what are your thoughts, if you could reiterate?
I'm not as excited as everybody else.
How dare you?
That's my thoughts in a nutshell.
Now, why is that?
No, that's all.
What's the matter with you?
Everybody's like, it's official, it's official. We got Teofimo Lopez versus Lomachenko. Article came out yesterday. Quoted directly from the story. We will sign the deal tomorrow. That was yesterday. Hasn't been signed. They haven't announced the signing yet.
Well, maybe they're about to.
Yeah, I know. But like I say, I'm not excited yet. Hasn't been announced yet.
You know what? You're one of those type of guys that you got to get excited. It's not until you see the woman naked that you get excited. See, that to me
it's not until she's on my dick that I'm truly excited.
Now, let's not be crude about it.
Oh, okay, fine.
What I'm saying is, like, you're looking at things. You're looking at the half, the glass half empty here. Is what I'm thinking. Oh, but Bucho, what do you think? What do you think about what Mark just said?
I mean, he's right. Maybe we're like celebrating a little bit too early, but I think it's gonna happen. I mean, I'm reading a tweet from Steve Kim over here 2 hours ago. He says, "Still see that Twitter is bossing about Lomachenko Lopez being consummated. I have a question. Are you more excited about this fight being made or that it's on regular ESPN?" I mean, he's kind of celebrating already because he knows that the fight's happening. But who knows?
For me, though, it's boxing, man. How many fights do I get promised all the time and never get?
That's true.
So until it's... I won't... Look, I'm not being funny. I won't believe it till they're in the ring punching each other. Because we've seen a lot of fights fall apart for other reasons lately. Like training injuries and the Rona, you know? The pandemia.
Yeah, anything can happen.
I'm looking for the Steve... I'm looking for the Steve Kim tweet where you said that he says he's talking about the buzzing.
2 hours ago.
It'll probably be in tweets and replies.
But look, listen.
Check the BDA. What we tweet.
Right.
I retweeted it, so it's on the fucking main page.
One thing we know about Steve Kim is he's got a direct pipeline to Bob Arum and Top Rank as a whole. So if they're gonna tell him something, I don't think they're gonna give him BS here. Now, of course, you know, hey, Mark makes a good point, which is, I hate to admit it, but boxing tends to, like that story we were talking about last night, Mark, a shovel up tends to shove shovels up the ass, like a certain female Russian boxer. So this is boxing, man. You never know, man. It's bad surprises can come and go, but I the only way I see that happening in a way is if Lopez himself decides, you know what, I really don't want to fight this guy. Now he called my bluff. Let me see if I can come up with another excuse or something. But I don't think so. I think he might generally be happy with the money and he might go ahead with the whole fight. I'm looking for the fucking tweet here, by the way.
I'll send you the tweet.
Right. Oh, by the way, did you open up the phone lines? I see.
Yep.
Fantastic. All right, guys, we're going to be opening up the phone lines. All right, but you know what? We can be pessimistic here or realistic, depending on how you see the issue, and talk about whether the fight is really going to happen or not. I'm more interested now in is, what are some of the excuses certain people are going to make? What are the excuses that certain people are going to make about all this? Well, you know, because people were saying, oh, Lopez, he's going to beat up Lomachenko and he knows it. And somehow Lomachenko's controlling the purses. And that's why he's trying to short Lopez so that the fight doesn't happen. Now it's happening. And my microphone is cutting off again here for some reason.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, you know, listen, people are always going to hate Lomachenko for something. But, you know, there's haters all over the boxing. I don't see an excuse here anymore. I don't see an excuse to hate him anymore. He wants to fight, and it's probably going to happen.
Start talking about the fight. The fight's happening. All the haters can shut the fuck up now. I know what they're going to start saying now. Teofimo Lopez is too young. He's not ready. Why is Lomachenko fighting him? But, you know, just a few days ago, they were saying that Lomachenko is scared of Teofimo Lopez. So these people can never be happy. They're a mess. And I kind of feel sad for these people.
A mess. Well, listen, I agree, man. Look, I was thinking about this because I was reading some comments, and we're going to be putting up some comments of things that I've heard or read, rather, all across the several websites. And it does seem like a lot of people will hate Lomachenko no matter what he does. It's because now it comes to a point where it's personal. You can clearly see it's personal because the first thing was people said, well, Lomachenko, he's been getting all these fights because he's with Top Rank and he's had some sort of advantage with them. Okay, but he's taking the fights. Then it comes to his opposition. Well, his opposition sucks. There's always an excuse for every guy he fought. Nicholas Walters was off for a year. Jason Sosa stinks. This guy stinks. That guy stinks. Guillermo Rigondeaux was too small, blah, blah, blah. Now it comes out that he's fighting the only guy that's out there available for him. I mean, Tank Davis isn't. He's going to be fighting Leo Santa Cruz down the line. Burchelt has a good resume, but he just doesn't drive up the octane amongst the fans the way Lopez does. And Lopez is going to be talking. His father's going to be barking as well. They're going to be building up the promotion. So it's the only logical fight. So it doesn't surprise me that this is the fight that Lomachenko wanted. But as for excuses, like you said, I think I can already see the excuse coming. He's too young, too inexperienced, which I said in another show. I'm not going to give Lomachenko too much credit for this one because he's fighting a guy that's relatively inexperienced, has only gone 12 rounds once, and has never fought anybody close to Lomachenko. So my question is, before we go to the phone lines real quick, Mark, what do you think? If Lomachenko schools Lopez, will you give him a modicum of credit or not that much? Which is what modicum means, by the way.
Who, Loma or Teo?
Loma. If Loma schools Teofimo Lopez, how much credit are you going to give him?
Teofimo's the second best lightweight on the planet. Of course he gets credit.
Wait.
Champion. He just knocked out Kome in the performance of the year. Of course he gets credit.
Of course he gets, but my question is how much?
Quite a lot. Quite a lot. He's in the conversation for pound number one.
Oh, that high, yeah?
Well, he's already in the top three, so. Right.
So, guys, do you think if he schools Lopez, is it enough to unseat Canelo, who did go up to light heavyweight and knock out Kovalev?
I don't think so, but certainly he makes a case for being a top three. Well, I mean, I think already he's a top three, but some people are still in denial when it comes to Lomachenko's abilities. But again, if he beats Teofimo Lopez, there's no doubt he's in the top three. Because Teofimo Lopez, he's a champion. He's dangerous. Yes, he's young, but again, he's dangerous. And by the way, young can be a disadvantage and an advantage, right? Especially when you're fighting again like Lomachenko. How old is the guy?
Lomachenko's about what? 32?
30. I mean, he's a lightweight. He might be slowing down now, just a little bit. So fighting a younger guy might be a danger. So listen, it's a big win for Lomachenko if he actually beats Teofimo, and so you gotta put him in the top 3 pound for pound list.
Okay, well that's the thing though. I don't understand why this guy has. I'm still perplexed at why. My thing is this, and it might seem insensitive to certain people, but it's the way I see it. I think Lomachenko, with his white skin and his crew cut, I think he reminds a certain demographic of police officers, especially now. Police officers are being vilified in the United States as a whole. I think certain people look at Lomachenko and they look, you know what? That guy looks like the guy. He looks like the cop that gave me a ticket a couple of weeks ago. What do you guys think? Am I making too much of this, or?
I mean, that maybe.
I think it's a strong theory, and I'm gonna keep going with it. I'm gonna die on this hill. Let me tell you.
Imagine like Lomachenko show and comes into the ring dressed as a cop.
All right. First of all, this is the Steve Kim tweet that says, "Still see that Twitter is buzzing about Loma Lopez being consummated. I have a question. Are you more excited about this fight being made or that it's on regular ESPN?" So from what he's saying is the fight is okay. It's not signed yet, but it's about to. It's about to.
And it's not on pay-per-view.
And it's not on pay-per-view. Now, I don't know how they're going to pull that off. I don't know how Top Rank is going to make any money out of this. Maybe they're not.
Well, they're smart.
What's that?
Well, how they're going to make money out of it or how they're not going to lose money out of it. Meaning, like, if you look at some of these PBC pay-per-views, I mean, I'm foreseeing some fucking losses there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Mark, you're in good old Ireland with nice beer and translucent women. What do you I don't know what time this fight's going to be airing over there, but it's probably going to be free if you got cable or something. Do you have any idea how you're going to be watching this fight?
No idea. We don't have any broadcasters who picked it up yet, obviously, because it hasn't been made yet. But I'll find out. It'll probably be on BT Sport or something.
But that's what I wanted to ask. Doesn't ESPN, are any ESPN fights being aired right now over there?
Aren't they what?
Are any ESPN fights being aired over there?
Yeah, not to my knowledge so far, but I know that there's some type of deal with BT. They've got like a connection deal.
We're going to get to the bottom of this.
So.
We're going to get to the bottom of this. Just for you, Mark. Just for you. All right, let's go to the phone calls real quick because I see we already got some people here. Let's go to 226. 226, you're on the air. 226.
Yes, hello, fellas.
Oh, is this our old friend Slugger Sam?
This is Alligator Al. I'm calling because we got another problem here.
Oh, boy. Well, go ahead, because make it quick, because this is a show about Teofimo Lopez Lomachenko.
I know, fellas, but I heard that he's still calling on the show. What did I say? What did I say the last time?
I don't know. I wasn't really listening last time, man.
I said he doesn't call on the goddamn show anymore, and I found out that he became a fruitcake fanboy and called the show last week.
Well, I tell you this. I tell you this, Alligator Sam. How about you put your pants on like a big boy? Put your big boy pants on and start taking control of your son's life instead of calling me and bitching about it. Why don't you do that?
Listen. I don't fucking live with that cocksucker. But you guys get to hear him all the time.
What's that? All right, listen, Alligator Sam, we got some.
Is he saying?
I don't know. Look, we got some
Listen, I'll give you my prediction.
Go ahead, please.
I'll give you my prediction on
Absolutely.
Lopez Lomachenko if you'd like. I do watch a little bit of fucking hand punching sport.
All right, go ahead. What's your prediction, man?
Fellas?
Yeah, what's your prediction?
Okay, so listen. This is what I've been saying forever. You know, I see the kid Lopez. He can hit like a fucking Mack truck. He's got something behind that power, okay?
Absolutely.
But I don't know what the fuck the hype's all about, okay? I don't know what the hype's all about. I get it. He beat Richard Comey. Richard Comey was good. But this guy is not on Lomachenko's level, you know? Now, don't get me wrong. He might crack Lomachenko with the right punch, you know? But how the hell is this a boxing match? This is, you know, an okay slugger versus, you know, a tactician. So you tell me what kind of boxing match is this? I think Lomachenko's going to run circles around this clown, you know, make him look stupid, and might even knock him out in the 9th or 10th round, if you ask me.
Guys, I got to tell you, I agree to a certain extent with Alligator Sam over here. Okay, Teofimo Lopez, like Mark said, yeah, he got that title, and yes, he beat Comey. But he looked awful against Nakatomi. Okay? I've made videos on this.
Let me ask you a legit question. Let me ask you a legit question, BDA.
Mm-hmm.
BDA.
Yes.
Who the hell on earth can beat Dimo Rigondeaux? Who on earth can beat Dimo Rigondeaux? That guy, I swear to God, I thought he was going to beat Lomachenko because this guy's a way better tactician, and he's unbelievable. You see the way he moves, you know? He's like a fucking, you know, it's like nothing, man. It's like air moving. And Chenko made that fucker quit. He made Rigondeaux say, that's it, no more.
It's a great point.
But sorry, what were you just? Yeah. But listen, man. Look, man. He look. I don't want to make any excuses, but I think Chenko didn't try as hard on the last guy. I think he didn't really train as hard. But listen, like I don't even know why we're talking about this. Like last time I remember, Lomachenko was supposed to be like the second coming of Christ. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like this guy was supposed to be the next best thing since sliced bread. Like, come on, man. Let's not fucking compare him to this 22-year-old punk from Brooklyn, you know? Who the fuck is Lopez? Huh?
That's a good point.
Who the fuck is Lopez?
Yeah, you know what? He actually kind of reminds me.
Lomachenko's a two-time Olympian. Huh?
You know what, man? I'm gonna have to defer here to King Bucho and Mark. What do you guys think about what Alligator Sam is saying? Because I sort of agree with him. I think, look, I'm willing to give him if Lomachenko schools him, I'm willing to give Lomachenko as much credit as I would have given Mayweather when he schooled, or actually when Mayweather schooled Canelo. Okay, he beat up. He did enough to outbox a guy that was young, green, had a good win. That was about it. What do you guys think about what Alligator Sam just said?
It's Alligator Al, by the way.
Yeah, Sam too.
Oh yeah. I'm more concerned about what if Lomachenko loses.
Well, if he loses, he loses. What's the problem? That's boxing.
Well,
best guy deserves to win.
You know what's gonna happen.
Oh, come on. You're obsessed with what other people think, man. Come on.
No. But Lomachenko's if he didn't get his due right now, he's not gonna get it later.
That's true. Go ahead.
If Lomo loses, then he loses. I'm not. Listen, if Lopez beats Lomachenko's ass, I give him 100% props. I don't make excuses. I don't know. Like I don't fucking suck anybody's balls to make excuses for him. But I'm just talking about logic here, and based off boxing expertise. We're talking about one guy who's a two-time gold medalist, something nobody really does other than those Cubans, Felix Savan or whatever, three-time Olympian, whatever.
Right.
But nobody ever does that. And then he made the guy tap out that did that, Rigondeaux. And Rigondeaux is a 10-time Cuban national champ, Pan American champ, you name it. But we're talking about this Lopez guy. I remember watching the one fight Lopez had, and he's trying to do the Philly shell crab, the shit that fucking Floyd does.
Yeah.
And he fucking looked like a goddamn amateur. I was like, what is this guy doing? What the hell kind of Philly shell crab was that? It looked fucking stupid is what it looked.
I agree, man. Lopez has certain... I agree, man. He's got certain deficiencies. And if anybody's going to exploit them, I think it's going to be Lomachenko, man. I mean, it's just it's a high mountain to climb for Lopez. Listen, Alligator Al, thank you for calling in. We're going to take more calls here, but call him back next time, right? And straighten up that son of yours. I'm not going to do it for you.
Listen, fellas, I'm getting the belt right now ready, and I'm going straight to his fucking apartment. I'm going to make sure he doesn't fucking do it again, that cocksucker.
All right. Get him out of that fast food joint that he pretends to be working at, all right?
I will, fellas. You guys take it easy, all right?
Take it easy, Al. Thank you for calling in. All right. That was Alligator Al bringing in his family problems over to us. We always try to help here. Always try to mend fences. 901, you're on the air. 901.
Hey, this is Ceylon. I'm glad to listen to you guys today. I'm working from home.
Fantastic, man. What's on your mind?
Oh, my phone's beeping. I thought that was you guys. Well, I got an opinion I want to express on the fight, and then I want to get you guys' opinion on it. I think I don't think I was on Twitter earlier, and all these people are saying this will be his biggest challenge. This is his if Lomachenko beats Teofimo, it's his biggest win since Gary Russell Jr. I don't think Gary Russell Jr. was his biggest win. It was a good one, but I don't think it was his biggest win. I think Loma has faced people who have all of Teofimo's talents. Teofimo's got power. He's got great timing. He's fast. He's got a good enough ring IQ to smell an opportunity and turn your lights out. But Guillermo Rigondeaux has elite pound-for-pound timing. And he'll break a jaw with one shot, too. Which is Linares has far superior ring IQ. Gary Russell Jr. is so much faster. I just don't see. Loma's not facing anything. Oh yeah, and Nicholas Walters had one punch KO power. None of these guys, except for Russell and Linares were able to lay hands on Lomachenko, but Rigondeaux and Walters were unable to lay a hand on the guy. Unable to, you know. I think the fight will likely go more like the Walters or Rigondeaux fight did than it will like a Linares or Russell fight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Teo could possibly keep up with Loma the way that Linares did. I don't think Teo can put together punches with enough speed and the way that Russell did. I don't think Loma's facing anything he hasn't faced before. You know. However, Teo has never faced a pressure fighter like Lomachenko. I think what we're going to see Loma pressure fight Teofimo. Teofimo's not going to be able to get himself squared away enough to plant his feet and land a really hard shot on Linares. on Lomachenko. Lomachenko is going to be cautious because the power. Teo's not going to be able to take an opportunity the way that Linares did to floor him. He just doesn't have the experience and ring IQ. So I don't think he's got enough. I don't think he's got any quit in him. He's not going to get bored with being humiliated the way that Walters and Rigo did. And
that's a great.
I'm going home. So I think it's going to be a Lomachenko late round stoppage, and the referee's probably, Teo's probably just going to get worn out, getting smacked around by the guy.
It's a great breakdown, man. That's the way.
I mean, of course, he's dangerous. He's dangerous as hell, so anything can happen.
Well, let me tell you a couple of things.
There's a difference between possibility and probability. I'm done. What do you guys think? I mean.
Well, listen, that's a great breakdown right there, man. All right. It's sort of the way I look at it. My question is, if Lomachenko starts putting Lopez in a hole, can Lopez dig himself out of that hole? And I don't know. Against Nakatomi, he didn't really make that many changes, or he didn't change his strategy all that much. Or maybe if he did, the changes were so subtle that I missed them. But it seems to me like Lopez has, even though he doesn't have experience, he does have a couple of things going to him. The combination of speed and power. Now, of course, Linares had hand speed too, but I don't think he hits. Something tells me he doesn't hit as hard as Lopez. So Lopez could always manage to wear down Lomachenko, especially if he goes to the body. But I'm curious to hear, King Bucho and Mark, what do you think about what the caller just said? I mean, is Lopez out of his depth here, or?
Who's gonna go? Okay, well, Lomachenko has never fought. Well, sorry, I'm a little confused over here. You said that Lomachenko has fought. He's seen every fucking style, basically, which is true. But also, where is Lomachenko right now in his career? I think he's on the decline. Now, you're gonna be like, "What do you mean by the decline?" I'm not saying he's like on the decline, like Gennady Golovkin, but I think he's slowing down just naturally because he's getting older. And his boxing style demands a lot of physical. How do you call it, Mr. BA? Give me some words here.
He a lot of focus, attention.
Yeah, focus, attention, reaction time, and we've seen him make mistakes sometimes, right? Mr. BDA, look at the videos that he made, right? Like on the playlist, amazing fucking analysis videos. You see Lomachenko getting dropped by Linares. Now, I know it was just a small mistake and he got back up. He wasn't really that hurt. But this can happen again. And if it happens against a guy like Teofimo Lopez, it might be a completely different story. Because I think that Teofimo Lopez, eventually, I think, everybody knows this, he's going to end up being a fucking welterweight. All right? And so
you're saying he's slowed down to the point where he could get caught enough, or maybe just even once, to get his lights put out. Is that what you're saying?
He gets very comfortable as well. Yeah, that plot, in addition to him getting very comfortable in the ring, which can happen with Lomachenko. Once he starts dominating his opponents, sometimes he gets a little bit too relaxed in there.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
In addition, yeah, go ahead.
How do you guys see the fact that Teofimo Lopez has only gone 12 rounds once, and the fact that he's got weight issues, and the fact that he's going to be fighting a guy who is notorious for ending the fight strongly down the line in the championship round? So do you think that spells trouble right now for Lopez? Caller, you want to weigh in on that one?
You talking to me?
Everybody. It's a question for everybody.
Okay. I think Teo has to make his mark early, to be effective. I think he has to hurt Loma early. You know, he has to hurt Loma early. He has to land one of them big shots. He has to land his power shots very early. If it goes to the later rounds, I just see Loma just, do what Loma does. I see his stamina getting stronger at the end, and the only way I see Teal winning is knockout.
Well, that sort of reflects what Bucho said. By the way, we got Kenshiro and Brian Harking on the StreamYard. We did open up a StreamYard link, so guys, you can call in. I think Mark wanted to say something, and then the caller. Mark, were you going to say something?
And then we have another caller, but go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, I was just going to say about the length, the length of the fight, the way it goes down. Loma, he finishes quite strong with Teofimo. He's only been 12 with Nakatani, and he struggled in the fight. Nakatani offers a completely different type of challenge, though, length, height, etc., which can be more difficult to get across than maybe just movement and lateral changes. But what I will say is something that people do need to pay attention to is Lomachenko hasn't fought since August 31st of last year. He's been out of the ring way longer, and he is older.
That's a good point. So that's a good point. Yeah, and when was the last time Lopez fought, though? Was it in the fall or
December?
Okay, so he's got an advantage there too, and the fact that he's younger. Sometimes guys, they can afford. Well, you look at a guy like Hopkins. He sometimes later on in his career, he was in his 40s. He wouldn't fight for a whole year, and then he would come back. But again, we don't know if Lomachenko is Hopkins. By the way, guys, don't forget to mute your mic, please, if you're not going to be talking, because there's a lot of background noise. All right, caller 901. Anything else you want to add about the fight?
No. I just wanted to, you guys know this sport better than I do, and I want to give my take and hear y'all's. And yeah, I appreciate the opportunity to discuss this with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. I don't know if we know boxing more than you, but I mean, you offered up a pretty solid points, man. Absolutely. Thank you for calling in, man. Catch you on the next one.
Thanks for the show. Take care, y'all.
Take it easy. All right, let's go to another phone call real quick. 832. Let's go to 832. 832, you're on the air. 832.
All right, what's up, BDA? I wanted to weigh in on the Teofimo fight, and what do you call it? I used to think that Lomachenko would just really convincingly beat Teofimo Lopez, but then once I saw that Richard Comey fight, I kind of got a little I kind of doubt Lomachenko a little bit. You know why? Because there's a video on YouTube that does film study. And it's called Hidden Gem Boxing. I was watching a video they did on Teofimo Lopez versus Richard Comey, and that boy Teofimo, he got some skill. And then I saw an interview with Lomachenko. He did an interview in Ukrainian language, and he basically said that was a lucky punch. And I don't really think he really understands how Teofimo knocked Richard Comey out. And that's kind of worrisome, because if he doesn't know how Teofimo set that up, he could end up getting caught himself. I don't know what y'all think about that.
He could be bluffing too, though, Loma. Trying to dismiss him and this guy doesn't know what he's doing. I'm gonna school him. But but you do bring up a good point, though. Whether Lomachenko acknowledges Lopez's skills or not, Lopez is a skilled operator. It's not just all hand speed and power with him. My question is. By the way, speaking of film analysis, don't forget to check out the playlist that Bucho mentioned, where we did about 4 videos on this fight, and we're going to keep doing more, by the way, as we go on. But I wanted to ask you, 832, what do you see could be the key here, or certain keys for Lopez to unlock and decipher the Lomachenko puzzle? Do you think maybe body work, a good jab? What are some of the things that you're seeing that maybe lead you to believe that Lopez is a threat here?
I think the right hand. I think he comes in and he moves his head off the line, and a lot of people just aren't expecting that. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're a good counterpuncher like Richard Comey was, I mean Lomachenko's a pretty good counterpuncher too. So if Lomachenko reacts the wrong way and he punches the air and Teofimo walks in and punches him, man, I think it's gonna look something like Linares. He's at least gonna drop him. I don't know if he's gonna, like to me, if Teofimo Lopez wins, he's gonna have to knock out Lomachenko, and I think that is actually a pretty good chance. But I mean, I don't know. I still think Lomachenko wins, but it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It kind of makes you think like,
I agree with
what could happen for real.
I agree with what you're saying, because that's what I talked about in I think it was in the first video of the series we did about it. Lopez is extremely quick on the counterpunch trigger. I dare say he's even quicker on the counterpunch than Lomachenko. I mean, his reflexes are off the charts. I'm not quite Roy Jones-esque. I don't think there's been a fast fighter like Roy Jones since he was around, but he's pretty quick, man. And if Loma, like I said in that video, Loma tends to languish a little bit, like Bucho also said, tends to languish a little bit. Once he's comfortable, it's very, very smooth. And sometimes if he doesn't watch out for it, man, he could get countered with a nice right, especially because Lomachenko likes to dip towards his right. He's always, moving, bobbing side to side. If he bobs to that left, to that right, and he doesn't put his hand up, he could get hit with a temple shot. And that's not a good place to be, wobbled up against Lopez.
What's you guys' name? Neil and Bob, or is that like what you do?
Ah, come on. See that old joke there? Hold on. All right, before we go, because we got a lot to get to here. Caller, anything else you want to say before we move on?
I watched y'all's video on the film study of Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko, and y'all said that Teofimo Lopez is open to a lot of jabs, and I think that's true. And the reason why I picked Lomachenko to beat Teofimo Lopez is just because like I think it's gonna look like if Lomachenko beats Teofimo Lopez, I think it's gonna be something like what Lomachenko did to Luke Campbell. He's gonna eat a lot of jabs, and then after a few rounds, somewhere in the later rounds, I feel like Lomachenko is gonna have a fun time just probing and feinting, and he's gonna get Teofimo a little bit frustrated. And yeah, I don't think Teofimo would get that type of right hand shot in at the very last moment. And yeah, I don't know. That's basically all I wanted to say.
Sounds like a good prediction right there, man. I mean, you're backing it up with what you've seen, and that's to be respected. We'll see when the fight happens, man. I'm happy to see it because I think Lopez does present hand speed and power, and it's not gonna be an easy puzzle to break. So I'm excited about that. All right, 832. Thank you for calling in, man. Call back next time.
I appreciate it.
All right, take it easy.
What's up, boys?
What's up, Johnny Boy? We got Johnny Boy. We got Mark.
Hey,
and then
what's up?
we got Kenshiro, Virtuoso, and Brian Harkin on the stream here as well. Fellas, thank you for being on. All right, we heard from Brian. I want to hear from Kenshiro about this fight. Kenshiro, what are your thoughts on this fight and on everything that we've said so far about it?
I mean, part of me thinks, not in a disrespectful way, but you look at what Lopez, who has he fought? Is it a little bit too soon? Is it possibly going to be the Canelo versus Floyd Mayweather-esque result fight going on? Not in terms of the style of fight, but the result. Because Loma's, he's done it. I'm not saying Lopez hasn't, but is this Lopez's biggest stage so far? I'm not saying stage fright, but has he fought the caliber of fighter he's going to go up against Loma? In terms of sparring, preparing. I think Loma's just going to be too big, not mass-wise, but I think he's just going to be too much for Lopez because, I don't know, I think it might be a bit too early for Lopez in his career.
Can I add something onto that?
All right.
I don't think Teofimo Lopez has ever seen anyone like Lomachenko. And the way Loma moves, the way he floats in the air, like just the timing of Loma, the speed of the punches, just everything that Loma brings, the dips, the twists, the turns, just the pump fakes alone, he can frustrate. I honestly believe he will frustrate Teofimo. I see that happening. I see him landing shots, making Teofimo miss most of the night. I have no doubt that Teofimo will land on him. It's just how Loma will take that. But I just see a frustrating night for Teofimo.
Yeah, I don't know why you sound very muffled there, Brian. It's like you're talking
Yeah, you
through
sound
it.
a bit muffled.
A little bit. But
Yeah, he makes a good point.
you're basically reiterating. Yeah, you're saying what Kenshiro said. I mean, the big question here is that Teofimo Lopez's record is a little thin, a little wanting, a little lacking. Let's get to what I wanted to get to. Hold on, I wanted to get to Johnny Boy, and then we'll get to Virtuoso because we got a lot of people here now. Johnny Boy, you said, by the way, Johnny Boy is in the Mark camp a little bit, a little bit of negative. And Johnny Boy was saying that I think you said the fight wasn't going to happen.
No, I was one. No, here's what happened.
But just let me just say one thing. Let me just say one thing. I'm not saying the fight still might not happen. But what I wanted to ask you was, are you feeling a little bit more comfortable now that the fight might happen with everything that's being said?
Well, yes. And first of all, I was holding faith that it was going to happen. Then when I saw Teo turn down the 1.2 million, I'm like, all right, this shit ain't going to happen. Now I'm like, yes. I mean, and it'll happen as long as nobody gets Rona. But I want to say this real quick.
Go ahead.
Okay, let me say this real quick. This is the type of shit that boxing needs. It's the two best guys in the division fighting on free television. Period. That's the type of shit you need. Not fucking AJ and Pulev. And I can't have it because it's no live gate. And it's the two best guys in the division. I'm very, very excited. Y'all, BDA, Mark, Buccio, y'all know how excited I am for this fight. This is one of the 4 or 5 fights we actually need in boxing. I can't wait to see it. Hats off to Top Rank. Hats off to Teofimo for signing up for it. And hats off to Lomachenko. I just want to see a great fight. It's the two best fighters in the division. Let's get it on.
Absolutely, man. That's cheering, by the way. That's not laughter. Yeah, absolutely, man. Finally, this is the type of fight. Free TV. Because I was expecting, okay, if it's going to happen, it's going to be pay-per-view. One more pay-per-view amongst the fucking Charlo and the Tank Davis and Spence and Spence. Yeah.
3 pay-per-views. But we'll talk about that in another show.
You know what's funny? Real quick, I know we got a full house here, but how the fuck does this go on free TV? But somehow they're gonna fucking rape us $80 to watch Tank Davis fight a bantamweight.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. I mean, well, that was the least of it. I mean, that was that's the worst one. Errol Spence Garcia, okay, the Charlos, but I mean, look, right now there's people out of aren't working. There's people out of employment. Some people got to pay medical bills. You're making them pay for all these fights. What happened to free? What happened to free BBC fights? But anyway, we'll talk about it in the episode. I want to get to the Virtuoso. He hasn't spoken yet. Virtuoso, you there? Virtuoso.
All right, he went to take a shit.
I don't know. By the way, guys, on the StreamYard, can you hear me on the StreamYard? Can Shiro and Brian? Oh, okay. So hold on. Okay, because I had this on mute. Sorry. Virtuoso, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. What are your thoughts on this fight?
I think I'm just relieved that this is happening. I've been looking for this fight for almost 2 years now. I don't think. What was that?
No, sorry, it's because I'm reestablishing the phone lines. Go ahead. Just barge through it.
Yeah.
All right.
My thoughts on this fight is that I think this is a great fight. Again, I'm hearing that doubt tone.
I know. Just ignore it and speak your piece, man. Say your piece. Virtuoso, what's going on, man?
Oh, meet the guy, man.
Since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now.
This is mayhem.
That last comment on the
Your show will go live in 5 seconds.
Hold on,
4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm using the same.
Wow, you can't mute. You can't mute it.
No, I can't mute it. Well, actually, I could mute it, but then I'd be muting the people on the StreamYard. All right, finally. Sorry about that, because I'm using the same line here for the phones and the StreamYard. All right, Virtuoso, are you there, or are you bickering with your wife?
No, I'm here. This fight is a great matchup. I think it was meant to happen. I really don't care about what it took to happen. As long as we're getting it, I'm fine with it. This is the two best lightweights, and I'm just glad that it's happening.
I got a question though. How many of you guys, whoever jumps in first, can answer this one? how much credit are we going to be giving Lomachenko if he schools Teofimo Lopez? Because the feeling I'm getting from most of you is that Lopez, yes, he's fast and all that and flashy, but his resume is thin. I mean, how much credit would you guys be giving Lomachenko?
All the credit in the world.
Exactly.
It's more the belt.
All of it, man.
Yeah, I give him credit because for me, he's fighting a bigger, stronger guy.
Yes.
I think a guy who would
Bigger
rather
than
be
Luke
at
Campbell?
140 than 135. What?
Bigger than Luke Campbell?
I think he's naturally better. I think he's better built for a 140.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's wider
I
than
think
Campbell.
he's going up there.
Campbell's built
Plus,
like a
he's younger
skeleton.
than Luke Campbell, and he's
Yeah,
still
yeah,
growing.
Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
So fighting a bigger, stronger guy, and he's fighting someone with a lot of potential. If Teofimo comes out of this, he does well, and if win or lose, if he wins, Teofimo becomes a superstar. If he loses and puts on a great performance, he still can become a superstar. So the only way he doesn't come out of this looking is if Teofimo just outboxes him from round 1 to round 12.
Yeah.
And makes him
Because
quit.
you're making a good point here. Who has more to lose?
Loma.
I think, yeah.
Loma.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's only for the belt, isn't it? He just wants it undisputed. That's probably why he's fighting him.
Yeah.
Pressure is on. The pressure is on.
Well, some people say Devin Haney.
Speaking of Devin Haney, I'm reading the comments here on Boxing Scene. This guy goes, I'm going to put it up here. This guy goes, Lomachenko is ducking Haney to fight unproven little boy who can't make weight. Classic cherry picking.
Get the fuck out! Are you serious?
This is insane.
Wait, let me
That's my issue. That's what exactly was my issue here.
Fellas, Mark wants to say something. Mark, go ahead.
Right, unproven. Yeah, I'm gonna take Comey off of Teofimo's record. Right, I'm just gonna use Edis Tatley. Edis Tatley beat Yvonne Mendy, who went 1-1 with Luke Campbell.
That's right. Yeah, people forget
Devin
about
Haney's
that.
beat nobody.
Nor
he's a former world title contender.
Exactly.
A former world title contender who lost a very close decision to Abreu.
I think the LDBC speak more than Haney's record.
Yeah.
Listen, I think it's also a guy just trolling in there on the boxing forums. But like Mark said, listen, Devin Haney has not fought anybody. And even the guys he's fought, he hasn't looked as impressive as Teofimo Lopez. These people that are still hanging on to Devin Haney is the next in line. He's the heir apparent. He's the guy that's Loma is gonna be ducking afterwards. They already got him set up for that.
He's the second Wilder, yeah.
The second Wilder, well, and I think
not boxing, not skills, but like just trying to be the second coming of, a new black champion, I guess.
Right. No, I got you.
Yeah, I agree with that. He's better. He's a better boxer than Wilder, so I agree with that.
Absolutely.
I was just going off on D's shit about that. All them little boys are talking shit. Queen Ryan, Haney, Tank, etc. But Teofimo's actually the only one walking the path. The rest of them are just fucking talking, bro. That's it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, he was complaining about his pay there, but by the way, we gotta give a lot of credit to Lomachenko for taking a pay cut.
If it's true, yeah.
I think it's true. I mean,
I don't see why he would lie.
Well, he looks like a cop. Cops are always lying. But listen, the point is, you know what? Recognize the Matrix was a guy that was always saying that Lomachenko really seems like he wants to hurt Lopez for all the talk. And in fact, there's that quote from Lomachenko that said that he's going to look. I think this was the quote or something that he said he was going to look at his father in the eyes while he's beating his son up or something like that, while he makes him quit. I mean, this guy. Recognize said that Lomachenko is a bit of a psycho, just like Usyk, and I tend to agree. I think he wants to embarrass Lopez.
Yeah, and the funny thing about that is he's paying him.
I run Derek.
I run it, but it's true. Like Brian said, he's actually paying him to kick. He's actually paying Lopez to kick his ass. All right, hold on a second.
So, did you hear a recent comment from Teofimo's dad that he said he's leaving the sport if his son goes to full 12?
No, that's BS. Now, his father, man. Yeah. He's fine. I don't know who's
Yeah.
worse.
Good riddance. Good riddance.
Oh,
Is Lopez's father and Danny Garcia's father hanging in the same bar or something?
I think they do. Yeah, they sound like they're from the
They
same.
have the same drug dealer.
Oh, come on.
Hey,
All
Mark.
right, listen.
Mark,
Hold on a second. Real quick, guys. Hold on, guys.
Dude, I very badly want to bang that Russian chick. Very badly. Very badly.
I guess we're talking about that, bro.
What, Shovel Girl? Are you talking about Shovel Girl?
Yes.
Nah,
Yes,
shut
Shovel
up,
Girl.
man. Get the fuck out of here.
I want to go on a shovel-beating fucking rampage with that chick. It would be awesome.
For people that don't know what we're talking about, this Mark made a video about it yesterday, and then he made a stream about it, about this Russian chick, supposedly is a boxer, and she beat up 2 guys and sodomized one of them with a shovel and ended up killing the guy. So, yeah, that's...
I say it's so much more entertaining.
Are they allowed to have conjugal visits in Russian prison?
That's what I was saying, man.
You want to get fucking raped?
That's
Don't
insane.
bring a double word. Is that what's happening with Teofimo Lopez?
Was that? Oh, hold on.
All right, you see? It shocks you. It shocks you.
Yeah, it shocks you. All right, hold on. We got a phone call, guys. Let's real quick. Let's go to the phone lines. 585. You're on the air. 585.
How are you doing, Mr. BDA and Bucho? This is Vince.
Oh, Vinny, it's a long time since we haven't heard from you, man. What's up?
How you doing, guys? Yes, I did say I would not call in the show until Teofimo Lopez versus Vasil Lomachenko was official. And, I can't wait, guys. Your hype man will be gone October 17th. I cannot wait.
Well, wait a minute. What do you mean our hype man? We like the guy because he fights everybody and he does it in an interesting fashion. But I mean, we're not in love with the guy. Why would you say that?
You're missing an important thing, though. Vince just lied.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Wait. Hold on. Mark, how did he lie?
It's not
Because
official
he
yet.
he wouldn't call in until it's official, and it's not actually official.
Oh.
It is. It's official. Let's go.
No,
Bucho.
Well, listen, guys. I'm on
guy who was
Bloodsport right
always
now,
calling us and all this nonsense.
I'm trying to hit refresh. On
Alright.
Teofimo Lopez.
Shame on you. All right, Vinny, give us your shitty prediction. We know it's gonna be crazy. Teofimo, in which round?
Give us your shitty prediction.
No, seriously, no, Vinny, which round? Teofimo. What?
Teofimo Lopez, 8th round knockout. You guys heard it here first. And I will be celebrating on the post-fight, and I will call in to let you guys know how destructive Mr. Teofimo Lopez is. And just by chance, if Mr. Lomachenko, your hero, he wins the fight, then I would love for him to give Mr. Devin Haney a shot, because Devin Haney is a true American. He works out every day, guys. He needs this shot, and he's in his prime. Thank you.
All right. All right. Thank you, Vinny, for the call. I thought that's a good boy. He works out every day, so he deserves the
Hard-working American.
He works out every day.
But also,
The blue-collar, hard-working American.
Go ahead, Kenshiro. Go ahead.
well, I can say with the caller, he can praise Devin Haney, but if the caller is white, then Devin Haney probably doesn't even look at him like he's nothing anyway.
No, I believe Vinny stated in the past that he's African American. He's an Afro American.
Oh, sorry, dude.
Yeah. Although I think he's lying, though. You never know with Vinny. You never know with Vinny. All right.
That guy doesn't pick white people to win fights.
Hey, Loma could get dropped. Imagine that. Now I'm fucking thinking about it. What if he gets fucked up in there?
It's possible. I mean, it's
Loma
Lopez.
Loma
Lopez
won't beat Devin Haney because no white boy will ever beat Devin Haney.
That's true, yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
that's not true. He already lost as an amateur to a white boy.
Oh,
who cares about the amateurs? That's the other excuse.
By the way, I'm reading the comments here from Boxing Scene. There's also people that hate Lopez, and some people are calling By the way, guys, please mute your mic if you're not speaking, man, because there's a background noise in there. Some people are calling Teofimo Lopez. They're calling him Teofemale. I'm never surprised. I'm always surprised by the comment the way people disparage other guys' names. What was it? Triple G string. That was the one that people had for a Triple G. Canela for Canelo. I got Teofimo.
Cannoli as well. Don't forget cannoli.
Cannoli. That one I hadn't heard. But I hadn't heard that one.
Cannoli with the pistachios at the end of it and the powdered sugar on top of it. They're fucking tremendous, Joe Rogan.
Absolutely.
Oh!
I had to go to Boxing 24. I haven't seen. There's this guy in there named Chris Williams. Because again, Boxing 24 is more like a blog site. It's not an actual. These guys are. It's all a bunch of opinion pieces. I'm waiting for this guy's name's Chris Williams. He's a Lomachenko hater. And when I say hater, I usually don't call people haters, but this guy does deserve it. He hates Lomachenko and Pacquiao too for some reason. But I can't find it anymore. But so far, the comments on the article that says that the fight is on, they're pretty well even here. Nobody's saying, "Oh, this is stupid. This fight, blah blah blah." They're all just happy that the fight has been made, and it's a shame because it's people are saying, "Oh, it's the best fight that could be made." Isn't that I don't know, a negative on the division too? That this is the best fight out there for Lomachenko, a guy who's 23 or 22, only has about 2 good wins and has only gone 12 rounds once.
I mean, nah, man. I mean, it's regardless of what anybody has to say, it's still the top 2 guys in the division. It's the lightweight fucking AJ and Fury.
That's a good point. I mean, at least Teofimo Lopez has that Comey win. That's always good, man. It makes it look good. It makes it appetizing.
I mean, the notables in 135 are all young guys. Haney, Tank, Ryan Garcia. I mean, I don't think them matching up against Loma is considered standalone is considered like a big fight unless they're holding titles.
That's a good point. Look, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. I'm saying this is a good fight. It's a good fight for Loma, fighting a guy who's got skills and talent, not just a guy that's... Because, certain guys that Lomachenko fights, like Krola, I mean, the guy's got no world-class speed, world-class power, so you're thinking... And no world-class skills either. He's not a mover or anything. He's just a guy that really tries to come forward and bang it out. So when a guy, Lomachenko takes a guy out like that, it's impressive, but you go, not that impressive. Lopez, on the other hand, different story. Let's go real quick. Let's go to another phone call here. 347. Let's go to 347. 347. You're on the air. 347. Hold on. Guys, please mute your mic on the stream here, man. Because I'm hearing background noise there.
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Are you? What's up, man?
I got Theo.
Hold on. Guy, you got 347. You got to mute your background speakers there because I can hear myself.
Yeah. Feedback.
Hello.
Do you hear what I'm saying? 347. You got to mute your speakers, man. All right, call back when you get that done, man. Because I mean, I don't understand. These people are calling and hey, you got to mute your speakers. Hello, what? Didn't you just say, man?
I mean, with some of you guys, every time you fucking call in, you're at the grocery store trying to suck on a Gatorade bottle and fucking crunch a bag up at the same goddamn time. Like, bro, fucking here's what you do. You call in when you're sitting at home or sitting in your car, not doing a fucking thing. You have service, and you're not trying to jack off with one hand and talk on the phone at the other.
Well, listen, we got enough technical problems here with the fucking. We got enough technical problems here with the blog talk and the lines and all that. So we don't really know if you don't get it the second time I'm telling you or asking you, please call back, make sure everything's shut off in the background, and then you can call in.
You blow it. Somebody in the chat was saying that wild the hate for Teofimo Lopez. I think somebody was making a joke about Teo, but I think we all respect Teofimo Lopez for taking this fight.
Absolutely.
Right? Especially at his age. So we're making fun of him.
Fucking guys call up while he's sitting on a fucking dildo and trying to bag groceries at the same time. All right. For Christ. Yeah.
But by the way, Mateus Lees is saying that Lomachenko's gonna get robbed. Can you imagine? It could happen, man. You never know with Bobby Arum.
Bobby.
I'm not gonna give my official prediction till October, but I will say this. Teofimo early or Loma late. That's it. That's all you're gonna get out.
Wow. Come on.
You ain't getting a fucking dollar out of me.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, what do you mean? What are you talking about?
Johnny, give us your prediction. Come on.
Yeah, just spit it out.
Early prediction. Yeah, obviously we'll give our final prediction later on.
This is what
Okay.
John. All right.
Well, there's my early prediction. Either T.O. later, Loma, or excuse me, T.O. earlier, Loma late.
This is what Johnny Boy does. This is what he does. He waits until the last minute to give us his prediction, which he hangs on to like fucking manhole covers. And you're thinking, okay, wait a minute, wait, just give us the prediction. Then he waits after the fight and he goes, I told you, motherfuckers, that's how the fight was going to go. You didn't tell us.
No.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
That's bull.
That's how you do it. Come on.
When I get one wrong, I self-admit it. I got Ruiz AJ 2 wrong. I got Wilder Fury 2 wrong. I got Vazdik Baturbiev wrong. When I get something wrong, I tell you.
Yeah, you're confusing him with gypsy boxing style. Remember, he was waiting for the weigh-ins.
Oh yeah.
I need to look at their bodies. I need to look at their bodies, and then I'll make a prediction.
Yeah,
I got Tank Davis by knockout. There's an early prediction for you.
Be honest now. Be honest now. Be the fuck honest now.
You gotta be honest on
Hey,
this.
what's the biggest win? A win against Teofimo Lopez, or a win against a bantamweight in Leo Santa Cruz?
Oh, come on.
Wait, it's a real question.
Yeah, but why do you gotta disparage Tank Davis like that? Come on.
He's a violent Haitian
criminal
named Cheese.
Hey, by the way, speaking of Tank Davis, Tank Davis is a guy who fought his best opponent, Pedraza, a couple of years ago. Now he's taking, like Bucho said, on a featherweight. Meanwhile, Teofimo Lopez, just in the last couple of 2 years, has built up a decent resume, and he's taken on one of the top 3 pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Doesn't this make how does this make Tank Davis look, guys? Curious to hear.
Soft. I got a question for you guys, real quickly. Let's just for a second assume, just for argument's sake, say Loma gets past Teofimo in October. If you had your choice, who would you rather see him fight afterwards, Tank or Haney?
Tank, because of his fans.
And yeah,
Haney, because that will get rid of any questions on Undisputed.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tank too, because Bucho, and I want everybody to mark my words on this. After Tank Davis knocks out fucking Leo Santa Cruz, they're gonna be acting like Tank Davis is a Zuma Nelson 2.0 over here. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, man, I think you're right.
And that's a big possibility, right? And maybe that's the whole plan. That's the whole point. That's why they listen. Leo Santa Cruz hasn't been delivering for the PBC, right? He was supposed to become some sort of Mexican big shot, big star with a following. I don't know. I don't think Mexicans are really into fucking Leo Santa Cruz. They don't really. So he's not an exciting boxer. I mean, Virgil Ortiz is making more noise than this guy, and it's just been like a year or something with Virgil Ortiz, right? Leo Santa Cruz has been years, and he's basically stagnated, man. His career has stagnated, and so I think he's gonna be the sacrifice for Tank Davis, sacrificial lamb. Yeah, it did. But he still has a name, right? It's Leo Santa Cruz,
right?
And then, like Johnny Boy said, once Davis knocks out Leo Santa Cruz, man, it's gonna be euphoria, craziness from the LDBC side. He's the next Zuma Nelson. He's gonna knock out whoever else is in the division. So it's gonna be pretty exciting.
I'm not too interested in what the LDBC thinks, though. I mean, it's they're not going to give Lomachenko credit no matter what, and they're going to hype up Tank Davis no matter what as well. So we got to forget about those guys. People in the StreamYard, what are your thoughts on that? I mean, who would you rather see Loma fight if he beats Lopez? I mean, see, that's a question.
I mean, you're like Mark's right. I mean, we got to go for a unification fight. And then we'll see what happens. But it'd be I wouldn't be mad if he fights Tank Davis.
I would rather see Tank Davis, man. I would rather see Tank Davis in there against Loma than and then maybe Burchelt. But Devin Haney, I mean, what has he done? He hasn't done squat, man.
No, he hasn't done shit though. He has a belt though.
I think should he get past Teofimo, it'll probably be Burchelt, just considering they're all with Bob.
Yeah,
Burchelt was with
speaking. I don't even think Burchelt wants that fight. Well, it'll depend on how this fight develops. The Teofimo Lopez Lomachenko fight.
Mm-hmm.
If Lomachenko kind of struggles a little bit, trust me, all these guys are gonna start calling for that fight. Oh, one of Lomachenko now. Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, I forgot to give a shout out to G Boogie who donated with the super chat. Shout out to G Boogie that a while ago. Forgot. Shout out to G Boogie and shout out to Chad Collins who just donated now. And he says after Loma watches Theo, he's gonna go after Ramirez Taylor for 140 pound undisputed and then retire. I don't know about that, Chad. I don't know about that, but shout out for the super chat, man. Chad, thank you, man. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah. No. It's virtuoso. I just wanted to point out a comment from, I think, Salem Noni, who said PBC will never let Davis near Lomachenko. No way. Not a chance. They won't even let him fight a ranked fighter in his own weight class. What do you guys think about that?
Could you repeat the quote, please? Could you repeat the quote, please? Because I didn't hear it. The fucking super chat again.
So, yeah. PBC will never let Davis near Lomachenko. No way. Not a chance. They won't even let him fight a ranked fighter in his own weight class.
Whew. What do you guys think?
I agree.
Yeah, but what? Can somebody remind me what Floyd Mayweather has said about Tank Davis fighting Lomachenko? Didn't he say, let's wait it out?
He didn't want that fight. Well, that was like, what, 2 years ago? A year ago? 2 years ago.
Has Tank really improved, though, in the last 2 or 3 years? Is there a progression there? Like, if he knocks out Leo Santa Cruz, how much respect are we going to give him? Because
yeah, and what does that tell you? Like, does that prove that Tank Davis is ready for a top lightweight? Maybe not, right? Because he just beat a bantamweight, a smaller guy. So what does that fight tell you? Nothing.
Well, put it like this, right? If I was to put Teofimo Lopez and Tank Davis in the ring at 135 pounds, I know who my money's going on. Put it like that, right? And I got Loma beating Teofimo Lopez. So what's so
yeah.
That's just how I see this,
Mm-hmm. Some people are saying that this is going to be Calzaghe Lacey too, which I don't think it's going to be that much of a beating, but Lopez.
Teofimo's a better boxer than Jeff Lacey.
He's younger, I believe, as well.
Yeah, Lacey was like 29 or something, I think.
And this is all speculation. Yeah. But do you guys think that Teofimo Lopez is the type of fighter that's going to choke or is going to give up? Basically, and not give up like Rigondeaux, but basically he's just gonna freeze under the bright light.
I think he's try. I honestly think he's going to try. I think he's going to come in there early on. I think he's going to try to put the pressure on and see if anything sticks. And if nothing sticks, I just see Loma then outboxing him. But I see him still at the end going 9, 10, 11, 12. I see him still trying. I got Loma on points, so I don't think Loma's stopping him. But I think he will give it his go to the very end. Even though I see him frustrated at times.
Will he stop trying? Maybe he's not going to be able to win the fight, but I want to see him try to win the fight, unlike these other guys who talked a lot of shit and then didn't show up for the fight. Mr. BDA, we have a phone call.
Okay, let's go to the phone calls real quick. The phone lines, let's go to 901. 901, you're on the air, 901.
Hey, you guys, this is Ceylon Mooney again. Hey, by the way, man, I appreciate y'all pronouncing my name right. That's, it's a weird ethnic name, and most folks don't say it right. Huh. Thanks.
I don't even remember saying your name.
Yeah, you just...
That was me. That was me. I pointed out the comment.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, caller.
Well, somebody read my name right, so thanks.
Shout out to Brian for the...
I don't... The thing with Tank and Lomachenko is one time Tank said Lomachenko's not popular enough for me to fight. Then a little while later, Tank Davis was, this is all in public and in articles, it's all on record, Tank Davis was talking some shit and Mayweather threatened to make him fight Lomachenko, and then he shut the heck up pretty quick. And that was that, you know. But this is, I mean, LSC is a featherweight who got a vacant title against unranked opposition at 130. I mean, still, the PBC will not, or Mayweather, whoever's in charge, they still won't match Tank against a ranked opponent in his own weight class. The last time was Sniper Pedraza, in which that was a hell of a win too, for real. But that was 2017. I think it was January 2017. And that was the last time that Tank Davis actually fought a ranked opponent in his own weight class. I mean, you know, they have no confidence. The people who handle Davis obviously have no confidence in him whatsoever.
But my question is why, though? Because, I mean, the guy does have skills. He does hit freaking hard. He's a pressure fighter. He comes to fight. He's got his deficiencies, but he's no bum. I mean, why do you think they won't even match him up against B-level opposition?
Well, first, I got to agree with you. He's got elite level boxing ability. He's got elite power. At 130, he's got elite level boxing ability and power. But you know, I don't know, man. I've seen all of his fights, and I'll tell you what, the one where he pretended to be on acid against Francisco Fonseca, that was a freak show, dude. He came in several pounds overweight, and then like stared at the ceiling and acted weird, like kind of threw punches, and then let that guy hit him a bunch, and then Fonseca went down, I think, on a punch that Tank actually missed. That was a freak show of a fight, man. I mean, what he was doing, like his own version of the Oliver McCall, but you know, like he's on acid, you know, or mushrooms or something.
Yeah, he looked awful in that.
And then like he was acting weird. I'd never seen except for the Oliver McCall Lennox Lewis rematch, I've never seen a fighter act like that before.
Was he acting or was he really on acid?
Oh my God, what's that?
I said, was he acting or was he really on acid?
I don't know. That'd be pretty badass if he was on acid.
Good point.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw comedian Doug Stanhope in my town, and he started his act right when he was peaking on mushrooms. That was
Jeez,
cool.
Luis.
But yeah,
I mean,
a friend of mine was a bouncer. It was a lot of fun.
It's one thing to bang while you're on acid, but to
Davis
fucking
was
fight,
terrible
man.
against Gamboa.
Was that?
You know, Davis was terrible against Gamboa. I mean, what happens if Tank Davis shows up and acts like that against like an opponent who's there to win?
Well, that's what I'm saying
imagine
is.
if he did that against Teofimo Lopez.
That's what I'm saying is. I think that the lack of confidence in him is not from his skills, but his outside of the outside of the work ethic. I think they know this guy's a wild card out there, and they don't know who's going to be coming in. Is he going to train, or is he just going to be going at Popeyes and coming in overweight? You never know. And he hangs out with some bad people too.
Yeah, what's the long-term plan?
Yeah.
So let's hear the PBC. What's your plan with Tank Davis? Where do you want to take his career?
That's a good point. Like, look at his resume, man. I'm gonna put it up just for people to see, man, because I mean, this is really just next level degeneracy here.
You know what the sad thing is? You know what the sad thing?
Hold on. Liam Walsh, Francisco Fonseca, in which he looked awful. Cuellar, who was a featherweight. Hugo Ruiz, who was coming up from bantamweight, I think, or super bantamweight. Ricardo Nunez, Gamboa, and now Santa Cruz, who's a good fighter, but who's coming up from featherweight as well. I mean, what's the plan here? Like Butcher said. Go ahead, Johnny Boy. What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say, and here's the more terrifying part. As bad as that is, it's still light years better than Devin Haney's.
That's true. Well, yeah, I mean, to a certain degree, but not by much lately. Not by much.
Yeah,
lately.
not by much, but it is. It's still even
and you can
better
add
than Devin
Santa
Haney's.
Cruz into that as well.
Yeah, Santa Cruz too has been.
You know, look, if you put Devin Haney in the ring with someone, he's going to perform to the level of his ability. You know, you put Tank in the ring with someone who's there to actually like hit him. I mean, he's more likely to start crying if he fights Lomachenko than he is to see the 12th round. I mean, come on. You know,
it's true, man.
It's disappointing because like.
Well, if he makes it to the 12th round, would he be able to cry? Because I can see him panting.
I don't know about that though. But all right. Listen, what was his name again? Ceylon. What was it? Anyway, 901.
I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, we'll catch you on the next one, all right? Take it easy, man, because there's too much background noise there. Take it easy,
calling, man.
Thanks for calling in. Well, listen, I think we've buried Tank Davis enough on this one. The question here is, because, I mean, he's not, I mean, who the fuck, he's with the PBC and Floyd Mayweather, and I don't know how they're going to work it out if they want to make a Teofimo, a Lomachenko fight. But hey, look, yes.
No, I was just gonna say we didn't bury him. He buried himself for being
exactly.
That's true. Yeah. You're right. I'm just saying. I guess I'm just saying we're just pointing out the fact that he hasn't been what he could be. And again, Jimmy was on here one time and he was telling us about Tank Davis' background and how his mother was a prostitute and he had a tough life. So I'm not surprised that he's a wild card outside of the ring. But look, if you can't dedicate yourself to boxing, then I don't know why we should be talking about you against this guy, against that guy, if he's not even serious about it.
Yeah.
I mean, so was Mike Tyson. So many boxers had fucking issues outside the ring and throughout their childhood, right? But they channel that energy and they properly.
You know what's another you know what's another perfect example of that. One of my favorites, Mi Vida Loca, Tapia, bro.
Oh yeah.
That guy. You know, his fucking mother got murdered when he was 5. He was a cocaine addict his whole life. Like, dude, he was a gangbanger. Like that. Like, and but the thing is, it's kind of a two-way street, bro. Because you know, without all them demons, he might not have been the fighter he was. But at the same time, it did take away from how great he could have been.
Absolutely. No, that's true. I mean, a lot of these people wouldn't have even thought about becoming boxers, but the good boxers are the ones that train, right? They put the work in the training camps. And it doesn't seem like Davis is a type of fucking boxer, man.
If you don't respect the sport, eventually it will catch up with you.
Absolutely.
You don't dedicate yourself to it, it will catch up. So someone will have your number, make it look very easy, and then people go, well, why the hell did we put all the stuff in this bump?
Yeah, and people come and go in boxing, man. I was telling Butcher the other day about Frankie Gomez. He was he had a lot of potential. All of a sudden, whoops, he disappears. And now we got Virgil Ortiz, we got Jose Luis Ramirez at 140. It's, because he was a 140 pounder. People forget about you, man. There's always somebody else next in line.
Yeah.
So if you don't dedicate yourself to this, like he said, the sport's going to catch up to you. By the way,
a career can change in a blink of an eye, basically.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. By the way, I was reading this blog that was announcing the fight on Boxing 24, and the guy says, we don't know what we're going to get with Lomachenko, considering his last match against Luke Campbell was on the dull side due to all the movement that he used to avoid getting hit. Maybe I watched the wrong fight, but I thought it was actually pretty good. I don't know what he's talking about. I mean, he moved, but he also came forward like he always does. Almost stopped. What?
Who wrote that?
Matt Lieberman.
Yeah,
who the fuck
he
is
might
that
have
guy?
been as aggressive as he usually is, but that's because Luke Campbell is a good boxer.
Yeah. And that's a totally different style matchup. Luke's taller than Teofimo. He's got more reach on Teofimo. He's a southpaw. That's a totally different style matchup too.
There were parts where Lomachenko was pacing himself and moving a little bit, but for the most part he was coming forward. He hurt Campbell to the body early in the fight, and then he almost stopped him late in the fight, and then Campbell also hurt him in the 10th round, I believe. So it was a back and forth affair. I thought it was exciting. I don't know what this guy's talking about.
What is this guy complaining about? Hold on. So does Lomachenko have to, because this is his biggest fight so far, right?
Right.
I think Rigondeaux, there were some questions, going into that fight, Rodrigo's moving up in weight, whatever. But now Lomachenko's fighting a bigger guy, young guy, a champion with a lot of power. So does that mean that Lomachenko has to put on a good performance, an entertaining performance? Is he obliged to do that? Does he have to?
He just has to win.
Okay.
For me, he just has to win. I don't care how a fighter won the fight as long as they win. I would like it to be more entertainment, but if it's a boring fight, if he has to make it a boring fight, if he has to slow Teofimo down to do it, control the pace of the fight. If he has to do that to win, good on him. I'm not going to begrudge him because at the end of the day, he has to look after his own career.
I can't see that fight being dull to begin with. Both guys are so fucking fast and skilled. Like, I can't see it being dull to begin with anyway. I mean, look, man, just because we put in a fight, like, yeah, I enjoyed the Luke Campbell fight. I don't know what the fuck whoever said that was talking about. That was a good fight. I enjoyed it. I had it 8-4 plus the knockdowns, but it was a good fight. The rounds were competitive, and same thing with I mean, my favorite fight of his was the Linares fight, because when he did that and he moved up to fight Linares, I was like, oh fuck, he might be biting off more than he can chew, because I was like, oh, Linares is fast, he's got decent power, he's lanky, like, I'm like, oh shit, he might be biting off more than he can chew with that one. But, but that was an entertaining fight. I mean, Rigondeaux's fights are never fucking entertaining, so that's not on Lomachenko's fault. And with regards to, like, Jason Sosa, he put on a fucking master class. Like, I like watching that kind of shit.
So do I, man. He beat him up. Yeah, that's the thing about Lomachenko. He beats people up. Who was going to say something? What?
I was going to say something. It's a good thing that Johnny pointed out the Linares fight. Yeah, he did bit off more than he can chew, man. He got knocked down, man. And with what you pointed out in the film study, it was that he kind of shoots a lazy jab, and then Linares kind of like sidesteps to his left and shoots that right hand. I think that's key for Teofimo Lopez. Because you're not gonna get that much of a timing, down. It's like a split second decision, because those windows are very short,
Absolutely, man. He's gonna if Lomachenko throws so many feints at you, it's hard to catch him, and I think that's what he's gonna try to work on there against Lopez. Is not let him know when that opportunity to counter is coming. Real quick, we got another phone call. So let's go to the phone lines here. 917, you're on the air. 917.
Yo, how's it going, everyone? What up, BDA?
Good. What's on your mind, man?
Yeah, so I heard the fight announcement. It's pretty exciting. I've always been not too crazy about Lomachenko, but when I heard what he did to make the fight happen, how he was trying to, or he did donate his own purse to make the fight, I give him a lot of respect for that. And even though, I'm one of those people who I've always had a problem with people rating him number one pound for pound, I'm saying right now, if he beats Lomachenko, I'll put him number one pound for pound.
Oh.
Even though I'm still rooting for my fellow New Yorker.
Are you serious?
My fellow New Yorker, Teofimo, I want to see him test that chin, because Teofimo, okay, look at it this way. Linares and Teofimo, who's got more power?
Linares, I would say Lopez, man.
All right, now, Teofimo Lopez and Luke Campbell, who's got more power?
Lopez.
So if Lomachenko gets dropped by one guy, by Linares, when life and death, or no, he said Lomachenko admitted he was hurt by Luke Campbell, let my boy Lopez catch him on the chin with a left hook or a straight right. I want to see how he takes it. But if he beats him, you know what? I'll put him number one pound for pound, no problem.
Wait a minute, but for just based on the punching power, so you're saying that that's all Lopez has to beat Lomachenko, punching power?
If he's able to land combination on him, and or even catch Lomachenko with a shot that he caught Comey with, I know he's a very defensive fighter, but if he lands in the fashion that he landed on Comey, I will love to see how Lomachenko takes it.
But bottom line is, can he outbox Lomachenko? Can he win a decision against Lomachenko?
Well, I think if you're based on boxing skills, just because Lomachenko is so defensive, he's going to be very hard to hit. But I'm waiting for him to have his moments and connect, and to see if he could capitalize on a moment where he does connect or able to land a counter punch somewhere in there. Because I think Lomachenko wouldn't be able to knock him out early. I think if he does stop him, it's going to be late. It's going to come from an accumulation of punishment. I don't think he has power like that to even keep Lopez off of him.
Whoa, what do you guys think about that?
Nah, man, talking rubbish.
Yeah. I can see, even if Teofimo was coming forward, I can still see Loma turning him a lot. So can Teofimo catch him, even if he's coming forward? Plus, Teofimo is a counterpuncher, if you ask me. He likes to land that right, likes to time that right. I think if he's waiting to time Lomachenko, there'll be so much fence in there. By the time he sees the shot coming, it's already landed. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, he's fucking hurt bigger guys than Teofimo. Luke Campbell's bigger than Teofimo. Linares is bigger than Teofimo, bro. He's got the power to keep him off of him. Is it fucking Ernie Shaver's power? No, but it's sufficient.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's gonna be like Chavez versus Camacho. It's not gonna be like that where Loma can't keep him off him. I think he'll still move about and do what he's got to do.
Yeah, and by the way, that who's saying that Lopez is going to be walking him down? Kenshiro just made me think about that. Lopez is going to look to counterpunch. He's not going to be walking Lomachenko down. So even if Lomachenko wasn't a hard puncher, I don't see that being too much of a deal breaker here.
Yeah, that's
well,
what I'm saying.
I want something crazy to happen. I want someone to get knocked out. So that's what I'm waiting for.
Now that I agree with,
you guys
I want to see something crazy.
It's going to go to decision? You think it's going to go to decision, or you think someone's getting stopped?
Has Lopez got enough in the gas tank to go for 12 rounds?
I think somebody's getting.
I think he's got enough in the gas tank not to quit. So yeah, I have it a 12-round decision.
I do, but I don't think it's going to be the cards are going to be in his favor. He has to knock him out.
I think somebody's. BDA. Somebody needs to go. It's somebody's going. I don't know. Like I said, either Lopez early or Loma late. Somebody's getting their ass whipped though.
You know what, man? It could be a firefight. Go ahead.
I would be very impressed with either guys. If either guys take the other guy out, I would have tremendous respect. So, yeah, it's a good fight.
It's a fantastic fight, man. Like you said, I want to see something crazy happen too, man. Everybody wants to see. We want some action. We don't want a 12-round pity pat match.
I want to wake up the next day and ESPN has like a crazy headline. So-and-so gets knocked the fuck out. Some crazy shit, like some shock the world type shit.
Right. Yeah, that's what I want too, man. But you never know, man. All right, listen. Thank you for calling in 917. We'll catch you on the next one. All right, man?
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, man. Thank you for your contribution. All right.
I want to say something real quick. For you guys who are watching the video, man, if you're enjoying what you see, man, hit the like button, man.
Yes, thank you. Please hit the like button. I don't know what's the matter with you if you haven't hit it already.
I don't.
Yep.
I don't want to see much. I just want enough to wet my beak. That's all.
Well, there you go.
How much is the match going to be in America? Because in England, I would have thought maybe 20-25 pounds, probably same as Ireland, maybe 20-25 euros.
It's free.
It's free. It's on ESPN.
Oh, okay. All right. It's actually going to be free. Okay, cool.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, you got to pay for ESPN, the subscription, but
yeah.
Technically, it's not a.
All right, cool.
It's not a pay.
I don't know how to over there, So.
All right, guys, listen. Well, go ahead, Johnny boy. Go ahead. Gee,
I was just gonna say, I gotta commend them dudes for putting it on free television too, where everybody's trying to circle jerk, and like Armand DeSantis said, squeeze a fucking quarter till the eagle screams over here, So hats off for that one.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I forget who said it earlier, Bucho or was it you, Bucho, or was it BDA? I don't know who said it earlier, but somebody said, I don't know how they're going to make money off this fight. Well, this is a short-term thing for a long-term game, because either way, you're going to get both guys exposure on free TV.
That's a good point, yeah.
If both of these guys put on performance and a great fight, then that's going to trickle down, and there comes the revenue later on, because suddenly you got 5-6 million people watching this fight at home.
Mm-hmm. It's a good point, man.
That's going to trickle down, and there's your revenue get later on, because these two guys could be pay per view future. Well, I see Teofimo more because of the age, but
Yeah, because he's the age, he's braggadocious. He could, yeah, and he's probably gonna be stopping more people than Lomachenko. So in more impressive fashion, I would say, with that one punch power. Guys, listen, we gotta go. But closing thoughts. Let's go to Virtuoso. Closing thoughts on this fight, on this news that supposedly the fight is close to being made.
Well, guys, I'm still hitting refresh on Teofimo Lopez's BoxRec profile, so I haven't seen the fight yet. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed because I really want to see this fight. But yeah, I'm glad they came to a verbal agreement. But yeah, I believe this fight will happen, man. And may the best man win.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Keep on refreshing, man, because I want to know too. Kenshiro, how about you, man? Closing thoughts.
Well, I mean, I think Lomachenko's now sort of offered an olive branch by saying, look, I'll take a pay cut. So now the onus is on Theo. If he starts up now coming out with new demands, then you think, you know what, get the hell out of here and let me go fight somebody else. So hopefully the LDBC and whoever can see that the onus cannot be on Lomachenko now. The blame's got to be on Lopez if Lopez doesn't accept.
Yeah.
It's a great point, man. Yeah, I mean, at this point, Lomachenko supposedly is giving him part of his purse, so we got to see what happens there. Brian, how about you? Closing thoughts.
Okay, I'm 80% sure that this fight will happen.
Oh.
So hopefully it gets done. If it does, thank you, Bob Arm. Thank you, Teofimo Lopez. Thank you, Lomachenko. Let's have a great fight.
Well said, man. Well said. Nice and compact. Johnny Boy, how about you, man? Closing thoughts.
All right.
And a prediction, too.
I can't fucking wait for it. It's the two best lightweights in the world. Hats off to Bob. Hats off to Loma. Hats off to Teofimo. Hats off to Top Rank. And a message to the rest of the divisions. Get the two best fucking guys in the divisions fighting each other. Stop jacking us off and let's get this shit on. Let's have a good fight.
Absolutely.
Well said, everybody. Well said. Bucho, how about you, man? You got any closing thoughts?
I just want to thank Chet Collins for his contribution. He says Costa versus Sab Judah, Costa Zoo versus Sab Judah 2.0. Oh man, I hope that. Now I hope we don't have a shitty referee who starts panicking when a fighter gets hurt. My thoughts on the fight. This is a great fight. Hats off, man. It's gonna be on ESPN apparently, maybe not a pay-per-view, so that's good for boxing. We have too many pay-per-views this year. Some of them shouldn't even be on pay-per-view. Some of these fights. My prediction is Lomachenko by stoppage, but it's gonna be an entertaining fight. I think Loma's gonna get hurt at some point. But listen, hats off again to both boxers for taking this fight. Lomachenko taking a pay cut. That's good for boxing, man. This means this is telling us that these guys really want. They're really searching for legacy, right?
That's right.
It's a great fight, man. This is a great day for boxing, man.
Like people said, it's the best fight that could be made in the lightweight division. I'm still unconvinced about Teofimo Lopez. I think he's still too green, and I'm not gonna give Lomachenko that much credit, unless he takes him out in one round or something. Then I think he's in a bit of a lose-lose situation for most people. But it's the best fight to make right now. By the way, guys, before we go, hit those likes, man, and get those likes open. Whoop.
And by the way, if Teofimo Lopez is going to be a great fighter, then he has a chance of beating Lomachenko. I mean, we've seen throughout history these young fighters, 23, 22 even, make history. So it is possible. So let's cut the crap. We don't want to see any more fucking boxers like Spence that are start peaking or becoming famous at 28, late 20s, early 30s. Come on, get the fuck out of here, man. These guys are boxers. Should be fighting the best at 23 and up.
Yeah, and then when they hit their peak, all of a sudden they get into car. They're driving their car down the fucking highway and crashing. And I mean, come on.
And promotional issues, and then their careers are just fucking destroyed. Look at Keith Thurman.
Yeah, get your act together, people. Get your act together.
Do you think Loma should call out anybody if he does win? Like Haney, say, "Come on, Haney, man. I want to see you can knock this white boy out," or even call out what's his name, Tank.
Well, if Haney, if Lopez is unproven in my eyes, Haney's even more unproven. But I think he should. I think Loma should say, "Hey, look, this was the guy that you were all saying was gonna beat me. I beat him. Who's next? Who's the other guy that I'm supposedly avoiding? That's what he should say.
Samuel Peters. Who's next?
Samuel, but yeah, who next? Who next? All right, listen, fellas, thank you for coming on the show. I want to thank Kenshiro, Virtuoso, and Brian for being on the StreamYard. Mark and Johnny Boy on the Discord as well. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for being on. And
all right, peace out.
Peace out, guys. Want to shout out to Mike
Thank you,
P.
guys. Stay safe.
You
Thank
too,
you for
man.
having me on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I want to give a shout out to Mike P2, OG Boogie, and Chad Collins, and John Gonzalez, who donated with a super chat. Shout out to you guys. Don't forget, you can check us out on Spotify now, Spreaker, iTunes. But Spotify is the new one, so go check that one out. The audio is not as compressed, I believe, as it is on Spreaker, so you should be hearing my olive smooth voice better now than on Spreaker. And of course, that's the most important thing. Bucho, I think that's about it. Let's give a shout out to everybody that was in the chat room. Campos Vasquez, Virtuoso, John Gonzalez, Adrian Benavides, 8 Moody 1, Subash Kunwar, Adrian Unique Pom Abdul, Black Lomachenko, Grievous, Carlos Mendoza, Stray G Turo, Lubac, 7, Subash Kunwar, Boxing USA, LAC 74, Box Barn. And thank you guys for joining us. Really appreciate it. Corky was in there as well. Chad Collins, Baboon Boxing. Guys, thank you for joining us. Listen, don't forget to check out the Lomachenko playlist that we got. The Lomachenko Lopez playlist. We got 4 videos on that one. Bucho, I think 1 video is missing though. I think it's supposed to be 4 and there's only 3 in there. But check those out.
Check it out.
Yes, please. Go check those out. They're short videos, but they're concise and precise. Check out the stream we did last evening, about a potential Pacquiao-Crawford fight. It's a special BDA seminar where we get together with people and we watch, we analyze fights, and we actually have visuals in there to really, accentuate what we're talking about. Because it's one thing to say, oh, this guy is going to win, this guy, but when you actually show visual proof, it's a much more entertaining show, I believe. So check that one out. We're going to be doing that one for Lomachenko Lopez as well. So stay tuned for that one. And that's about it, fellas. Thank you for joining us. We'll catch you on the next one. Stay safe.
Disappointed in every one of you.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend you.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
I kiss you on the mouth.
No, I'm not cool with that. Just, I'm sorry.
One more time.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
I mean, I'm dealing with degenerate animals.
I'm disappointed in everyone. Totally fucking disappointed in everyone.
All right, come on.
Honestly, I can't do it no more.
I'm disappointed in everyone.
Let me tell you why.
It's gonna be all right, Nicky. Go ahead, shoot. Let's just kill those fucking men.
What are you going to do about it?
You're happy because you got nothing. You don't got a thing. You're happy because you got nothing. Lomito! You got nothing.
I want to get out. I want to get out of this rat hole. I want to get online. I need
BDA Boxing.